Welcome back to Beyond Bourbon. Today we have another review. This is one of the bottles that you probably saw in our last bourbon hunting video. So if you have not seen that, go watch that. We got this at Neat Bourbon Bar.
Yes.
Awesome place.
Beautiful store. We didn't get a ton of footage in there. The music was really loud.
It's really small too.
It was really small. But you guys should definitely go check it out if you're in the area. It's just vintage bottle after vintage bottle. Then they had some export or distillery only bottles like this one.
Yeah, so I think that was the only good experience we had in Louisville, honestly.
Yeah.
The distilleries were fine. Shopping wise though, there's a couple bottles we wrote down between this, Wild Turkey 12. I'm not gonna tell you too much more, but you can kind of go back and watch that decision making and how we went about that.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we've been happy with this bottle so far.
Yes.
So this is Evan Williams 12, 101 proof. This is, you can only buy it at the gift shop in Louisville or the Evan Williams Experience in Louisville. If you do the tour, you have the option to buy it for $140. This is coming from a couple people in our comments when we posted online from a bourbon hunting video. And then we paid $150 for it at Neat. So I think worth it for sure.
We don't have to spend 2 hours on a tour and an
Correct.
extra $20 each.
Also, I mean, so is it $25 for a tour?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
probably
any amount of money for a tour. You're already more than this. And if you are coming into Louisville and you're coming to do tours, if you're going to do that tour anyways, fine. We were not interested in doing tours that day.
Yeah.
I would go there and get this bottle anytime.
Exactly, and like to me, what if they didn't have it that day?
Yeah,
What if
exactly.
they're like, oh, sorry, we just sold out. The tour in front of you just grabbed all the bottles. You know, like you might not get it. So
this is a bottle we've been looking for a long time. We love Evan Williams. We love Heaven Hill. We love everything about this brand. And I think this is probably one of our favorite proofs as well. Like we love 100 proof, like from Wild Turkey 101, from the Wild Turkey 12-year 101, like all that stuff. But we're excited to try this one. Beautiful bottle, side note.
Oh, yeah.
The red's my favorite color with the gold wax.
red and gold should be more commonly used in this market.
Probably the only waxed screw top I know of. It was terrible to get off. This was awful to get off.
Terrible.
It just threw everywhere all over the room. It smells really good.
Oh my gosh.
That smells like 130 proof in flavor, right? Like this is just coming off the glass.
It has actually like a ECBP nose to it.
Super sweet. Caramel chocolate.
Sweet caramel chocolate fruits too.
More fruity than I think most Heaven Hill stuff is.
Yeah, it has a Buffalo Trace type vibe to it, but kind of nutty.
A lot of people don't like Jim Beam or Heaven Hill. Jim Beam more so because of the nuttiness. It's more our palate. We like both of those distilleries a lot. We also like the fruitiness of Buffalo Trace or Wild Turkey or Cherry, whatever it is. The nuttiness here though comes across as super sweet. Like it's not like peanuts, it's like a Reese cup. It's all the sweetness you could want.
Absolutely. I love it. It just adds that a little more dynamic. Because when I get a bourbon that's, only fruit, it's like, I get tired of that after the third, fourth smell. Like I'm not getting anything. So when there's complexity and dynamics, like, oh, I get fruit, or I get some chocolate, or I get some nuts or caramels. I love like a complex nose, and this is what this is.
It becomes more of like a dessert instead of just a fruit bowl.
A finished product that you're ready to get on the market instead of just the raw ingredients.
Let's go and try.
Really good.
Cheers.
So good. It has so much flavor. Has more flavor than some Elijah Craig Barrel proofs I've had, honestly.
I would agree with that.
And it's 101 proof. And it drinks warm. Like it does drink warm, but it's still not too hot because it is only 101 proof. So if you don't love high proof stuff, but you want as much flavor as you can pack in a non-flavored bourbon, this is your bottle.
I would agree with that. Every word you said. It's not as fruity on the palate as it is the nose, but I don't think I would want it that fruity anyways. Like this becomes across like literally you're eating a chocolate cake or some kind of dessert like that. Chocolate cheesecake maybe. It's just a really good mouthfeel. The one complaint I have is the finish lacks just a tad.
The finish wears off really quick. It just kind of goes from here and just falls off the cliff a little bit. That's probably the younger or the lower proof.
Yeah, younger. 12
younger. I was gonna say though that it doesn't have a ton of oak like a 12-year-old would usually have.
Knob Creek 12.
Knob Creek 12 being the flagship.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking this would be kind of like as 100 proof Heaven Hill Jim Beam 12-year product. But it's not like that at all. It couldn't be more different than Knob Creek 12 in my opinion.
I agree 1000%. I don't think, we have to think also this is 2.5 times as much as Knob Creek 12. I would buy this though at 2.5 times.
This is so niche. Like This is closer to Russell's 13 level than Knob Creek 12.
Yes. The sweetness combined with oakiness is like perfect. Like
Yeah.
it is extremely well balanced.
There's a little, you know, a little astringency, a little oak tannin in a negative way. And I think when you do high age stuff, you do also the high proof stuff, and it kind of cancels out. So when you have just a high age and low proof, or high proof, low age, sometimes you get some astringencies, and I get a little astringent oak that's not like proofed out, but it's just faint.
Yeah, that's a really good way to say it. I never thought about them canceling each other out, but that makes perfect sense in my mind now that you said that.
Because I think like a benchmark is the opposite.
Yeah.
High proof, low age, and it tastes awful.
Yeah, you can tell it tastes awful.
Yeah.
The nose is getting better. I mean, this has been opened up for a couple weeks now, and we poured it probably 5 minutes ago at this point, and it's getting better as it goes.
Yeah, and it's better than I remember being
just,
too.
yeah, honestly, this is the first thing we tried, maybe second, after we got back home from bourbon hunting, and we were like, this is good. I didn't know if it was quite worth the $150. We've came back to it a couple times now. I would buy it. Once this bottle runs out, I'll probably buy another one.
Yeah.
For shelf appeal, like I love seeing this bottle on our shelf. Like we put it up here now on our shorts.
It's gorgeous.
I was editing this week and I was like, I love that. Like that looks so good there. It stands out.
It's a gorgeous bottle.
And it's a bottle that we wanted to review because it is obtainable. You have to work for it though.
Yeah.
You're going to be making an effort, especially if you don't want to buy off secondary.
It's not, I like having it be obtainable and everybody knows where they can get it, but it's still rare in the fact that it's not in every box store ever. So it's a unique product, and probably not everybody's gonna get a chance to try it, but if you really want it, you can go get it, right?
I think this is also a unique bottle because you can drink it year round. Yes, it's 101 proof 12-year-old age statement that tastes like a dessert. That's more a winterish bourbon to me. Same time, it's 101 proof. Drink super easy. Yeah. Like I would in the 70 degrees, 80 degrees in the summer, 90 degrees even, I would drink a pour of this, no problem.
This at like Keeneland.
Oh man.
With a cigar.
Woo! That's what we're doing this spring.
Yeah, we've got to.
Oh, man, I don't have anything bad to say about this. My one suggestion is if you don't know, try it before you buy it. And we did that with Wild Turkey. And I'm glad we did. We didn't try this though.
No.
But also maybe talk to someone. If you don't have the opportunity to try it, talk to someone who has. The guy that worked at Neat was the perfect person to speak to because he was like very intelligent and exact. I mean, his description of this was perfect.
And there's two most common sellers, so he knew a lot about it as well.
And so it was fun, like getting to talk to him for a minute too. It's a completely different experience than you go to Total Wine or something like that.
Exactly.
So if you guys have had the chance to buy this, let us know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, like and subscribe. Most reviewers, Jared's a big stats guy, most reviewers start on subs.
Yeah, not subbed, which kind of stinks.
Yeah, but we would appreciate you guys if you did sub. We do giveaways a lot. We do a lot of different fun things. We're planning our next live here soon. I know a couple people DM'd us on Instagram asking when the next live is and stuff.
Yep.
We want to do more of those. We did because we love doing that together.
So much fun.
That was one of the best experiences we've had on the channel.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially inside. We love doing field trips and stuff like that, but inside filming it live was a great experience.
You guys were great.
Yeah, so thank you everything.
Thank you guys for that, and then go check out our part 1 and part 2 of the hunting in Louisville, where we found this bottle and plenty others in any of our bourbon hunting videos.
And see a little drama that might be the end of part 1.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Part 2. Which is a tough one.
But yeah, so let us know also if there's other bottles like this that you guys have had comparable to Wild Turkey 101 or 12 101, this one. Bottles that are exclusive to, but you can always find. I like this category a lot.
Very niche category, but I like it a lot.
So, but thank you guys for watching, and of course, we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.